Thank you. We love you.
Oh, I don't know.
And now, cue the fog, the lasers. We'd like to introduce you to the one, the only, Reverend Dr. Ken Wilcox.
Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Sam. Wow, what an introduction. I love it. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living at St. Augustine. My name is Reverend Ken Wilcox, and you're most welcome to be here this morning. If you're joining us online, we're glad to have you there, but let me tell you, you can't match the energy of this room being here. It's so full of energy, love, and laughter, fun, great community. You know, we're a unique community. We don't have dogma. We don't tell you what you should believe. We encourage you to come up with a God of your understanding. And to help you do that, we do encourage you to do one simple thing, and that is to leave all your troubles, your would-haves, your could-haves, your should-haves, leave that stuff outside and open up for yourself an avenue of spirit possibilities. And what are spirit possibilities? Well, they're for more love, more joy, more happiness, more laughter, more friendship, more dance, more great music, all those things in life that make us feel alive, because that's what Spirit is doing through you and through me, showing up in the physical, recognizing itself through our love, our joy, and our laughter. So know you're in a great place this morning, and Spirit is going to recognize and reward you abundantly. Well, I have a good bit of announcements this morning, so to get us started, we have a board meeting after service. That's going to be around 11:15. It's going to be in the back room. If you would like to stick around and hear how we're doing, this is a time for that, and you're most welcome to do that. I also we've got the Mystic Fair. It's coming up on March 1st. I need a couple of people to man the CSL table. And that's just to stay there, and if people come up and have questions, you can answer questions for them. So if you'd like to do that, if you'll see me after service, I'll be very grateful for that. We still have class going on. It's a great class. The class, we have notes outside if you'd like to grab them so you could attend this coming week's class, Thursday at 3 o'clock. Great discussion, lots of good information. So if that intrigues you, just pick up the notes outside, and the class is for a love offering only. We're also asking for your help to help us spread the word about the Mystic Fair on social media, and we've got this little form here that gives you some information on how to do that. You can find them outside, and that will help us out tremendously. Pat Conover, she's asking for help. Beautiful Pat, there's beautiful Pat. You see her up on the screen. We have the Venus Manley Scholarship coming up. Now, if you're feeling just a little bit discouraged about your life and the world, and if you're watching the news, you probably are, this is a program that can really help you out. We need people to read the essays of the kids who are applying for the scholarships, and then we need a different group to interview them. And let me tell you, these are amazing kids. These are kids with disabilities. Most of them have come up and suffered being bullied and not achieving. I remember one parent, she one time told me, she says, "My boy works twice as hard to get a C." And she says, "He never gets the recognition. Y'all were the first people to give him recognition." If you want to help out, if you participate in this, you will feel better about yourself, about the world, and about how you can help out. So see Pat Conover for that, and you'll really feel blessed. Now, next week, yeah, you can give applause. So two things. We've got a workshop coming up today. Sam and Lucy are going to do that. Tell us a little bit about that, Sam and Lucy.
Come bliss out. We do what we call a sound healing journey. So you get to lay down or sit up and receive vibrations that are set to an intention. And we know that intention pairs with sound. So you allow that intention, whether it's healing or world peace, to take you to a new dimension. It's fun.
And when does it start?
11:30.
All right.
Right here.
So be sure to stick around for that. And next Sunday, we have Jerry who's going to do a workshop. Come and tell us about it, Jerry.
Nice to see all the smiling faces. Yeah, so we're going to do a workshop the next 3 Sundays, starting at 11:30. And it's going to be a workshop on Course in Miracles. Now, can you just show me, does anybody have any knowledge of Course in Miracles? Oh, wow, surprising. Okay, well, the Course in Miracles tells us that there's a special treasure in our mind. And we can access that treasure, and it's love, peace, and happiness. All right, unconditional love, the byproducts of unconditional love are unconditional peace and unconditional happiness. Right? So the Course goes on to tell us that that's available right now, right where you're sitting, right this very second. You don't have to do anything. It's right there, right now. So what's the problem? What's the story? Why are there so many problems in the world? Why is there pain and suffering and all these things going on? Well, the Course also tells us that there's a block between us and that unconditional love. And the Course teaches us how to get rid of that block. So what we're going to do in the workshop is we're going to do about 4 things. First, we're going to discuss the essence of A Course in Miracles. What is it really saying? Because it gets confusing to a lot of people. So we're going to cover that. Once you understand that, the next thing we're going to cover is the fact that the Course says there's only one problem and there's one solution. Very simple, right? Not thousands of books to read, not thousands of years to discuss it. There's one problem, there's one solution. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover that one problem and one solution. By the way, we're going to do this in the way that the Foundation for A Course in Miracles would teach it, okay? And then we're going to actually, it's going to become very understandable why the practice is what it is. So we're going to discuss the practice, and then guess what? We're actually going to do the practice together. So that's the whole thing. That's what we're going to do. And remember, it's not complicated. There's one problem, there's one solution. All right? Makes it very simple, doesn't it? So we're going to start this next Sunday for the 3 Sundays. Everybody's invited. Everybody at home is invited. Everybody here is invited. I have a handout. Ken's always smiling. Isn't that we have a handout out there, and if you have any questions, just see me when we're having coffee, and I'll be glad to answer.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Well, those are all my announcements. I know now you're ready for some great music. Sam and Lucy?
Y'all know this one. Look how far we've come. Look at what we've done. Together we are strong and we will carry on. Tell me what you see, the truth of you and me. We can look into our hearts and see the love we bring. Love is all we are. Let's get together. Let's be together. We can reach the stars when we come together. Let's be together.
Well, this love for one another, I feel it getting stronger. And we don't have to feel divided any longer.
Even if I just met you today, I feel our connection in a deeper way. Love is all we are. Let's get together. Let's be together. We can reach the stars when we come together. Let's be together.
Well, it's so fun to wake to this new awareness, so we can play in our connectedness, and we see what we all have in common.
Ooh,
It's so fun to realize our dreams and desires are so much more alike
than we ever knew. The path we've walked before has brought us to this
know is this new world's full of possibility. And life is so much more fun than we ever realized it could be. Love is all we are. Well, let's get together. Well, let's be together. We can reach the stars when we come together. Well, let's be together. Love is all we are. Love is all we are. Let's get together. Let's get together. Let's be together. Let's be together. We can reach the stars when we come together. Let's be together. Let's be together. Oh Lord, love is all we are. Well, let's get together. We get to be together. We get to be together. When we come together, we get to be together.
Ah. Thank you guys. That was wonderful. Now to top that, we even have the wonderful Linda Ryan coming up to do a reading and treatment for us. Come on up, Linda.
Good morning, and welcome to all of you. I have a short little reading from a daily devotional, and it's called Divine Order, that I wish to share with you before we do the affirmative prayer. And it's called Cooperating with Divine Order Increases My Awareness of God. When life seems chaotic and unpredictable, changing in ways that may feel too fast or too great, I go within and remind myself of the divine pattern of order is always present, everywhere, in everything, in everyone. Knowing my oneness with God and all of life, I realize I'm already in alignment with divine order. To bolster this awareness and keep it at the forefront of my thinking, I claim order in my body, my relationships, and every area of my life. When confusion or anxiety breaks through, I remain calm and remind myself that all is well and in order. I am in harmony with life, in the flow of all good things. One with God, I am in tune with order that is always present. And now, if you'd like to just relax, if you wish to close your eyes, close your eyes. I recognize this divine presence that is in all of us, everywhere present. It's all powerful and all knowing. So I know that I am at one with that divine presence. And I know that all is in divine order. And today, as I move forward, and as I listen to Reverend Ken's wonderful message, and Sam and Lucy's healing music, and did you notice Sam's new guitar? Wow. I move forward in joy in accepting all these wonderful words, this wonderful sound, and know that it is healing, that it moves me forward spiritually, gives me that ammunition that I need for this whole week to move ahead, to stay in joy and unconditional love. I am so grateful for this. I am grateful for the center, for all the helpers that help make it possible, for our wonderful music, for our wonderful Reverend Ken, to all the help that makes this new technology work. And I now release this and let it go and let God, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Linda.
So some of you know we had a retreat in Mexico last week. And if you look around the room today, maybe at coffee time, you might see some people that are glowing extra brightly. You'll know that they were with us. This song revealed itself to us for the retreat, and we sang it every day. So we want to teach it to you guys.
Peace is here, peace is here, peace is here now. Love is here, love is here, love is here now. You are here, you are here, you are here now. I am here, I am here, I am here now. Peace is here, peace is here, peace is here now. Love is here, love is here, love is here now. You are here, you are here, you are here now. I am here, I am here, I am here now. Peace is here, peace is here, peace is here now. Love is here, love is here, love is here now. You are here, you are here, you are here now. I am here, I am here, I am here now. You are here, you are here, you are here now. I am here, I am here, I am here now.
Lovely. Thank you, Sam and Lucy. So my talk title this morning is Creating a Miracle. Creating a Miracle. You know, the power which governs the universe is not outside of us, it's within us. The power that created the rings of Saturn, the power that set the universe in motion, that is within us, and it is calling to us to recognize it, to use it, to create the extraordinarily wonderful life we are seeking. And we have that ability. We're not here to live in drudgery. Why would we have come from stardust to live here in drudgery? We are here to have love, joy, happiness, health, and prosperity rain down upon us. We are here to be miracle workers. But we have to put the work into it. We have to look for the blessings and to be a part of their unfoldment. You're not here just to be a potted plant. You are here to be a miracle worker from spirit. And if you want something good happening in your life, you've got to step up and make something good happen in your life. We often think that miracles are rare, supernatural events, but they're actually woven into our lives. Life itself is a miracle. Even beyond what the scientists tell us, life is a miracle. And the true miracle of it is that we are aware of it. You know, science can explain a lot from the evolutionary process. The one thing they can explain, the unsolvable problem, is the creation of consciousness. We can understand how life came about, but how did consciousness come about? That, scientists say, is the big problem. They can't figure it out. And I feel that consciousness actually had to be an evolutionary burden for us to take on. It's one thing to go out with a spear and hunt a gazelle. It's another thing to go out with a spear and hunt a gazelle and also being worried about the morality of hunting a gazelle. And I think that slowed us down, and that we still have challenges of consciousness. Consciousness can be a burden. How many people do you know check out of their consciousness through drinking and drugs? But how many people do you know that are obsessed with politics and sports, the news media, gambling, all sorts of addictions? So a consciousness is something that it's a challenge for us, and to be aware and using it, we step into our power. We become the miracle unfolding in our lives. Bon Jovi, he says, miracles happen every day. He says, change your perception of what a miracle is, and you'll see them all around you. Change your perception. And this is what we're here to do, to recognize miracles, to give them energy, and to expand them, to become a part of them. And if you're giving them energy, then you're in the flow. I heard an intuitive teacher this past week. I thought he was very interesting. He learned how to read stones, how he gives intuitive readings. But he said what he really challenges his clients to do is to stop coming to him and to use their lives, what's showing up in their lives, to use their lives as a way to listen to Spirit. The clouds are trying to share a story with us. The birds are singing a song to us. Life itself is sending us signals and signs. Are we listening to them? Are we aware of them? And it's how we interpret those signs and signals, how our life will unfold. What is life trying to tell you? The other day, I happened to be in the grocery store, and I had gotten in front of the coffee selection aisle. You know, when I was a kid, there were like 3 different brands of coffee. Now there's 150 of them, and I just became kind of hypnotized about all my choices of coffee. Behind me was the cereal aisle, same thing, same thing. And there was a little 3-year-old kid there with his mom, and the kid had clutched hold of a box of chocolate frosted sugar bombs. And they actually looked pretty tasty to me too. And the kid was not going to let go of them. And so the mom initially thought she could just put it back and everything would be fine. But the kid signaled, this is getting to be Chernobyl here. We're fixing to have a big meltdown. And I saw that mom in 10 seconds able to redirect, refocus, and re-energize that little kid to another possibility. And they were soon off to the canned vegetables. That was a miracle. That's a miracle. Having a mom smart enough knowing how to do that. Having me not to have to get a migraine in the middle of the coffee section at Publix. That's a miracle. And if you recognize it and give power to it, give it energy, then more miracles show up in your life. And it's not that there's more miracles, it's your ability to see them, to recognize them. They're already there, it's just us opening our eyes to them. Life can be miraculous. Albert Einstein, he says there are only 2 ways to live. One is though there's nothing as a miracle, and the other as if everything is a miracle. Everything. And the key lies in our perspective. Miracles are not violations of natural law, but expressions of divine intelligence at work in our lives. It's not about waiting for something extraordinary to happen, but recognizing the extraordinary that's already happening in your life, and then making more good of it. Not just to receive the good, but expand the good when we recognize it, when we draw in the feeling of it in our hearts, that expands the energy, and then we can pass it on. We get into the creative flow of the miraculous. We become a part of it all, and then good sprouts up all around us. And you know, it's probably a lot easier than you imagine. Probably a lot easier. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take a lot. My mom had a best friend, and she was really a saintly person. You had to be fairly saintly to be a friend of my mom for a long period of time. She was kind of a tough customer. But this lady had been friends with her since I was a child. Her name was Annie Laurel King. And she had a husband who was 16 years older than her. He died fairly early in her life. She went on, she moved back to her little hometown. She became mayor of her little hometown, this little bitty village, really. And just that year, she happened to be the oldest mayor elected in the nation. And so she got an interview on Good Morning America with Matt Lauer, back when he still had hair. And Matt got her age wrong. He had her 1 year older than she was, and she chewed Matt Lauer out on national television. From that point on, Matt sent her a birthday card every year. So she was mayor of this little town. She did it for one term, and she had enough of it. And she's a lovely person, very spiritual. When Mom transitioned, I would go down to Macon every once in a while, maybe to take care of business or see a friend, and I would go by and see her. One time I had gone by, and it happened to be at 12 o'clock, and at 12 o'clock in Macon, Georgia, the Channel 13 midday news came on. And this was a big deal. This is when you found out it was really more of a gossip channel than it was a news channel. And sometime in the, I guess, early 90s, they hired an African-American anchor woman. Her name was Tina Louise, I think, or something like that. And she was almost a Oprah Winfrey lookalike. She looked like Oprah. She kind of had the same personality. Well, all of Macon fell in love with her. Even my mom. And that was big doings. Everybody fell in love with her. So I happened to go by Mrs. King's house one day. The midday news came on, and Mrs. King sat there, and she was complimenting Tina. And she was doing it in such a way that it was almost like she knew her. You know, it was almost like a friend had come by. She was, well, isn't her hair looking nice today? I'm glad she's wearing purple. That really looks good on her. And I mentioned it to her, and Mrs. King says, oh, yes. Say, I send Tina notes all the time. I let her know what a good job she's doing. She says she's down here from the north. She doesn't have family down here, so she needs a bit of encouragement. And I thought to myself, isn't this sweet? This little lady actually thinking this news anchor is getting her notes, and that has some meaning or power to her. Well, a couple of years later, Mrs. King had made her transition. She passed away easily in her sleep one night. And I happened to be going, because I worked with public relations firms in Atlanta, I happened to be going to a big PR firm. I'm standing at the elevator door opens up, and out walks Tina. And when I saw her, I was so kind of surprised. I was like, it's Tina from Channel 13. And so, being the public person, she, smiled, she shook my hand, and to kind of tease her a little bit, I said, I know you're her biggest fan. And she was like, well, who's my biggest fan? I said, it's Annie Laurel King from Payne City. And when I said it, I could tell she recognized the name. And she says, oh, I remember Annie Laurel. She sent me notes all the time. She said, at that time, she says, for every kind note I was getting, she said, I was getting 10 hateful, vicious, mean, racist notes. And she said, being from Cincinnati, I had never expected that. And she says, it was Annie Laurel's little notes, little kindness that made the world of difference for me. She said she made me feel welcome in that place. You never know how much good you're doing. You never know how a smile, a compliment, just being kind, just recognizing someone. You don't know what other people are going through. You can be a channel of God's blessings right where you are. And it doesn't take a lot of work. It just takes being human. What the Dalai Lama says, compassion is my religion. Just being compassion. And faith is the activating force in this. Having faith. Faith turns possibilities into reality. And how much faith do you need? Christ said the faith of a mustard seed. A little bitty tiny bit of faith. Just enough faith to do it. Just enough faith to believe in it. Just enough faith to have that it can work out. That life can be good. It can be loving. It can be compassionate. That we can live in a world where people are not fighting one another. Where we don't celebrate rage and venom and hate. Where we aspire to be human. Where we aspire to be loving and kind, where we want to create a world that works for everyone. And we can have faith and we can make this happen. Miracles can happen when we give as much energy to our hopes and dreams as we give to our fears. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Fear. And let me tell you, dear ones, there are a lot of people using your fears to make money and get in power. When we are fear, we've abdicated our power. We've given it over. We, with faith, we can step into a greater knowing. And the question is, fear and faith are both creative forces. Fear and faith are both creative forces. Which one are we feeding? Are we deliberately feeding the positive for yourself and those around you? Or are you engaging in the fear that the world has? And then put yourself into the creation of miracles. And this is what we really want. This is the water from the well. If we drink, we'll thirst no more. Is to know that we have been a part of the unfolding good of the universe. That through us, some good has happened. That through us, the world has become more loving, kind, and compassionate. That by means of our lives, things are changing. And we have the power to do that. You don't have to wait till everything is perfect. You don't have to wait till your bank account is full or you have the perfect job or the perfect relationship. As you are now, you can step into your power. As you are now, Spirit can use you to create blessings for yourself and all around you. What did Christ did when the disciples woke him up in the middle of the storm? He told the waves, be silent. He didn't wait for calm waters. He stepped out into the waters and moved on. And this is what we've got to do now in this time of chaos and confusion. We can't wait for everything to settle down. Now's the time for us to step up and step out and make a difference. Now's the time for us to be the person we know we have come to life to be. The person that Spirit is calling us to be. And out of our difficulties, every challenge is a hidden opportunity for a blessing. Through our difficulties, blessings arrive. Too often we resist what we don't understand. Emmett Fox said the great spiritual secret is to believe in the good even when you can't see it. That's the definition of faith, to believe in something that you can't see before you and to call on it regardless. We've got to surrender over our need to see things immediately and know that they're in Spirit's timing. Marianne Williamson, she said, we're all miracles. We're all miracles. And she said, we're making miracles every day. But some are making negative miracles, and some of us are making positive miracles. I've known people who were miracle workers at creating negativity. Miracle workers. I've known other people who were miracle workers at creating positive success. Now, what holds true for both of them is that they saw life confirming what they had concluded was the truth about themselves. They saw life confirming it. The people who were negative, they had plenty of evidence to prove that life was against them. And they would happily tell you about it, all of it to the tiniest degree, about how life from the very first wasn't working out for them. If only Mama had kept them in tap dancing school, they'd be on Broadway today. And it goes down from there. And what's true about the successful people? They will tell you that everything that happened to them was pointing them in the right direction. Even when things didn't seem to be working out, it was pointing them, pushing them towards a greater knowing for themselves, giving them power and strength. Both people were right. Both people were proving the truth for themselves. We're not just recipients of miracles, we're co-creators of them. And when we align with the divine power, we move forward in faith and vision and trust, we can make the miraculous happen. It's what we've come to do, to make the miraculous happen. And it's not asking too much. It's not asking too much to have a life of love and joy, health and prosperity. It's not asking too much to have a world that works together, where people aspire to live together in peace and love and harmony. It's not asking too much to know your place and role in Spirit's unfoldment of this universe. You are powerful. Spirit called you by name from stardust so you could be here. And the world and the universe won't be complete until you step up and step out and declare the glory of your soul, declare the wonder of your heart, for you to be the bright shooting star of God's love and compassion. You've come too far to turn back now, and this is your moment. It's the truth in your life this morning. It's the truth in mine, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, this is y'all's part. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Y'all ready?
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
Y'all got it?
This joy that I have, this joy, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
This strength
that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, no, no. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Can't take it away. This joy that I have,
it's okay to feel joyful.
didn't give
Thank you, Sam and Lucy.
Good singing, y'all.
So now we come to the time we support our center and we support this wonderful place because this is a special place. This is a community that's doing great good in the world, and your support is allowing us to do that. So know that we're grateful and we're thankful. Now you can support us in several ways. You can support us in consciousness, you can support us in volunteer, and you can also support us in coin. However you choose to do so, if you will take your intention and place it over your heart and read this affirmation of prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all I share with life returns to me multiplied abundant. If the ushers have stepped down, Sam and Lucy, I know you got something great for us.
Well, y'all are singing so good, so repeat after me. Bring me a higher love. Your turn. Ready? Okay, so when Sam sings, ready? Bring me a higher love to ready, go.
Bring me a higher love.
Oh, try the oh.
Oh, there we go.
That's y'all's part. Oh, go.
Oh,
One more time together. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Here it comes. Oh. Next time. Just no oh. Bring me a higher love. Last part. No, the last part. There's a higher love I've been dreaming of. There's a higher love I've been dreaming of. There's a higher love I've been dreaming of. You got it. Think about it. There must be higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart and I'll look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere.
in this whole world was fair. We walk blind and we try to see, falling behind in what could be. Bring me a higher love.
Y'all got it.
Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love.
There's a higher love I've been dreaming of.
Worlds are turning and we're just hanging on, facing our fears of standing out there alone. It's yearning and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling like me.
Things look so bad everywhere.
In this whole world, what's fair? We walk blind and we try to see, falling behind in what could be.
Y'all got it.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. There's a higher love I've been dreaming of. I could light the night up with my soul on fire. I could make the sun shine from pure desire. Let me feel that love come over me. Let me feel how strong it can be.
the drums. Do, 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 do. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. I could rise above on this higher love. I could rise above. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. I could rise above on this higher love. Get into it, y'all. Sing it for the world. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, yeah. Bring me a higher love. Oh, I could rise above on this high. One more time, y'all. Oh, bring me a higher love. Oh, y'all can feel it. Bring me a higher love. Hit me with the gospel, Sammy. Bring me a higher love. I could rise above on this higher love.
That was great. That was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. Thank you for your support, your contributions. You're helping this center, this beacon of love and light and encouragement. You're helping us stay alive, and you're helping us spread this great message. So you are a part of the unfoldment of it all, and you are a channel of God's blessings right here and right today. So we thank you, we bless it, we release it, knowing it does its good and perfect work, returning to us multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, gang, we're going to finish the service with an affirmative prayer. I'm going to do it in the first person, but take it in for yourself. If I say something that works for you, well, hold tight to that. If I say something that doesn't work for you, well, just let that part slide by. But just know this truth with me this morning. There is but one God and one mind and one power, and that power is perfect love, it's divine intelligence, it's divine wisdom. And that power created me from itself plus nothing else, called me from stardust by name so I could walk the soil of St. Augustine. And here today, surrounded by a world that seems to be in trouble and in turmoil, here today, I can lift my eyes up to a better knowing for myself that I am the channel and source of God's mercy and wisdom and blessings right where I am. I am the way Spirit is working in my life. So here today, I turn loose of every bit of negativity, of lack and limitation and woundedness. I've played with those small ideas long enough. Today, I have lifted my eyes up and I choose to see myself as God sees me. Not as weak or wounded, but an outlet of God's mercy, an outlet of God's compassion and kindness. Here today, I'm walking an elevated path. Here today, I'm lifting my eyes up and seeing the call of Spirit before me. God and I have miracles to perform, and I am no way tired. I'm listening to that higher love, and it's lifting me up. It's expanding my strength. It is giving me courage and compassion. Today, I am moving forward into a world that I am calling forth, a world of blessing, a world of love, a world of kindness. I choose to see a world that's working for everyone, and I choose to see God in the midst of it all, creating blessings and love and joy. This is the way I choose to see my life work, and I am not turning back. The path has been made clear before me, and I am on the move. This is my truth. Every cell in my being radiates this right knowing. And I release this prayer into the mind of God to do its good and perfect, bold and dynamic work, returning to me multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you with one last idea, and that is your life. Your life. It's not a problem to be solved. It's a miracle unfolding. Your job this week is to go name your miracle, proclaim your miracle, and make it your own. God bless us all. Now let us go be the miracle Spirit is calling us to be. Until we see each other again, this is Reverend Ken wishing you many blessings.